Jenny Lay-Flurrie is minding the gap between those of us with disabilities and the rest of you.
My job is to create and work across the company to build an ecosystem that cultures, that nurtures disability and disabled talent and builds more accessible stuff.
She is the Chief Accessibility Officer at Microsoft Corporation, and you would be hard-pressed to spot her disability until you see this shot. That's her American Sign Language interpreter sitting to my left. Chief Accessibility Officer. How many big corporations in America have a C-level accessibility officer?
Not enough. Not enough.
I live with my disability. I don't suffer it.
When she speaks, you would never know it. But as a young girl, measles took away her hearing.
You may not know it. Seeing me, looking at me, I can't hear you. There are some rooms I go into where the perception is, as I walk in, that I'm less intelligent, that I'm not able to do things for myself.
But not in this room. We are sitting in the Inclusive Tech Lab on the Microsoft campus in Redmond, Washington. Everything about this place is tailored to make technology accessible to people with disabilities. Researcher Bryce Johnson is a co-founder here.
The accessibility of this room is really very crucial to us. And we've done a lot of really intentional things in here to make sure the room is as accessible as possible.
I probably should try to be a little less reckless here. I'm an arm amputee, and so I was very interested to see what Bryce had developed for people like me. He helped invent a solution for one-handed gaming, a PDP controller with some foot pedals.
If you press the right button, that's going to be gas, and then the left one's going to be reverse, and then you can steer with that PDP one-handed joystick.
But what about the place where I spend most of my time, trying to find a way to connect my carbon-based brain with the silicon one on my desk? Microsoft just released some adaptive accessories, a modular mouse that can be modified to match a mobility challenge, a hub that facilitates shortcut commands, and a touchpad designed for people with limb differences. The work they do here is not designed for people with disabilities, but rather by them, and that shows.
Isn't it wonderful?
Yeah, it is great. It's fabulous.
It is wonderful.
Yeah.
We got to breathe in the fact that this world that we're in, except for this room, was not built for disability. Right? The reason that we have to make things accessible because they're inaccessible from the get-go. We are fixing a problem that society has created.
She is working on that problem for her fellow employees here in Redmond. This Microsoft office building, called One Astera, opened in March. That's where I met Director of Global Workplace Services, Brian Collins.
It includes all of our accessibility features that we continue to roll out in our buildings across the globe.
All right, how about a tour?
Absolutely.
Surfaces are at wheelchair height. Elevators talk to the visually impaired.
Elevator serving floors 1 through 7.
Coffee, tea, and cold drinks are labeled with large letters, Braille, and QR codes. ADA bathrooms open with the wave of a hand. And each floor has a quiet room. And I suppose this might be helpful for people with certain hidden disabilities as well.
Absolutely. Somebody could be overstimulated by the workplace, and this is a nice, relaxing, and natural place to come.
All of it is concrete progress, but I get the sense that Jenny Lay-Flurrie is just getting started. What do you imagine happening in the future? Will there be an arm that'll work for me? Will there be a new ability for you to hear? Would you want to hear?
There's so much magic that is potentially possible to empower people with disabilities and to nudge that gap. I get honestly excited about where things are going. If someone said, hey, we can cure your deafness, I would say, no, thank you. You live in far too noisy a world. I'm just fine.
1 billion people on the planet live with a disability. 70% of those disabilities are invisible. We may not always be obvious, but there are too many of us to ignore.